What up, y'all? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And today we talking about who got the best offseason moves in the NBA. Got to talk about it. AFC and NFC East divisions, who gonna win it? And should high school players start to be able to make some money off their name, image, and likeness? I think so. Some others do too. Some people don't. Next on Yeah, I Said It Sports. Subscribe! What up, y'all? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. I'm your host, Chris, and I got the crew with me. What up, y'all?
What up?
Not much. We also got a special guest. We got Brianna's Pops in today. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, Mike, man. Just call me Mike, man. Quit calling me Brianna's Pops, man. I got a name, brother.
Hey, man, what's your name, man? I never asked.
Mike, man. Mike, yeah, Mike.
All right. We got Mike in the building.
Yeah. What up?
But y'all know how we do. We get straight into it. And we got to start with the NBA free agency and all season, and everybody's moving and shaking and moving. People are calling people upset.
Shout
about what's
out
going
to you,
on in
Joe.
the NBA. So, the question of the day is, who's made the best moves in the offseason? Sean, I'm going to come to you first, my brother. What team has made the best moves this offseason so far as of August the 3rd?
First of all, what kind of motherfucking question is that? You know the Lakers motherfucking pulled off the biggest stunts, man. We got Russell, MVP. Now LeBron got an MVP on his squad. Make you go, like Arsenio Hall say, huh? We got his homeboy Melo coming. He gonna come off the bench and grab us off 14. You know what I'm saying? We got Malik Monk from Charlotte gonna grab us about 9 to 12. You know what I'm saying? We got Bazemore back. We got a reunion going on. We had a Trevor Ariza. Y'all remember Ariza when he was a young boy? Come on, play some D. Come on to the squad. Oh, who else we got?
Yeah.
Oh, Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard.
Wayne Ellington.
None too.
Yeah, Wayne Ellington.
And away from Ellington, he do got a wet ass 3 ball. But that's all he gonna produce. And to be honest with you, we do need that. But is he gonna come off and start? No, he's not gonna start. He gonna come off the bench. He gonna give us 6, maybe 7 points, but he gonna spread the court. So that's what we do need, because the lane is gonna be congested because Russell gonna try to bring it to the cup. You gonna have the White down there posting up. You gonna have LeBron coming down there, and Melo. You know what I'm saying? Melo gonna be Melo. He ain't gonna play no D. You know what I'm saying? Melo gonna be Melo. So I only expect Melo to get us maybe, like I said, 12 to 15. You know what I'm saying? Every night. So we got a bunch of old dogs. So I'm really going against the grain. We need to get some young pups. We done got rid of our first round draft pick for Russell. You know what I'm saying? We do need some young pups, but we got some guys that know the game of basketball. So I feel as if out of all the teams, we are making a lot of free agency moves. We made a big move with Russ. I know a lot of people gonna argue with me like, man, it ain't enough ball for that. You know, he a triple-double though. LeBron's a double-double guy, damn near triple-double too. LeBron gonna get you maybe 10 triple-doubles every year. But the thing is, that's good ball movement. Anybody know basketball or like basketball, you gotta move the damn ball around. That only benefits LeBron James. It's not gonna take away. So when I hear that argument, Russell Westbrook is basically like some poison ivy to the team, you need to slap yourself. Because Russ is an ex-MVP, and he gonna ball out regardless. Even if Russ came with 80% of what he do, it's only gonna make LeBron better than what he had before, and Schroeder and other guys. I mean, we had Cook before, you know what I'm saying, starting at the point guard. So just imagine him with Russell Westbrook. I say so, in my opinion, everybody got one like assholes. I'm gonna have to go with the Lake Show, not just because I'm a fan, but they really trying to give LeBron at least one more ring, bro. So I salute them can to get him one more ring.
I ain't got nothing to say against that. I mean, Blair, what you think, man? Who you think done had the best offseason so far? Who done made the best moves?
I mean,
Is it the Pistons?
no.
Draft pick, though.
Best moves. They just drafted Buddy, dude. They got a whole team that they need to deal with. They got a really young squad. That's fine. I mean, I really like what Orlando did, but that's mainly the draft, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what they, really what much they did for the free agency, but I like what Orlando did in the draft. They got a nice, really young team. They should be able to do something next year. It should be exciting to see. As far as free agency, I have no idea who had the best free agents. They still making them. And until I see these dudes on the court, I can't tell you how these dudes work together.
We know that, man. You gotta make
next league is crazy. What'd you say?
I said we know that. We just saying based off of what you see right now.
I don't know, man. I don't know who had the best free agent. I'm thinking about it, but I couldn't tell you right now. So I'll say I like Orlando's draft picks.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. Brianna, who you think done had it real good this offseason?
I don't know either. I'm just gonna say I am happy for Russ. I hope that he gets him a ring in LA one of these years. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but I hope he does get him a ring. I'm happy for my man.
I gotta ask you one quick question. The finals come. It's the Nets versus the Lakers. Who you gonna be rooting for? You rooting for KD or you rooting for Russ?
I'm definitely for KD.
You better root for
KD, bro.
You already got one.
It's never Russ over KD. Never Russ over
He's
KD.
Mr. Thunder. You gonna go over Mr. Thunder?
Yes.
Wow, that's cold-blooded.
I'm not a bad person. When Russ is out there on the court and he's doing what he do, I always cheer. But
so is this LA's like what LA looks like every year?
When are you gonna cheer for OKC?
When OKC does better.
You ain't gonna cheer for the fun. That's your team, man.
When they do better. Right now, they are in the dump.
Come
but
on, man.
I see Shea Gilchrist Alexander signed his deal, so they gonna keep him.
Man, they pay that man too much money.
They gonna keep my man.
They don't got nobody else to pay.
They don't got nobody else on their pay.
That is true.
Hey,
right.
Everybody's salary going up, the cap going up.
Should have threw some of that shit back to Westbrook.
Facts.
West threw all that money back at him. He ain't want it.
He ain't want it.
Russ ain't going back there.
He ain't want it.
No.
He was cool while he was there. He ain't going back. I feel like this is LA's team, dude. Every year, LA about to look like this. Just these three dudes, and they about to throw some dudes around them on one-year deals. Like every single year, LA's teams are gonna look different.
That's how most teams are going.
Yeah.
When you go
got
into
Darius in
win
this
now
offseason?
and you get those like bets and them stupid big contracts, yeah, that's what it ends up looking like.
Right now,
He's trying to chase the ring.
So far, I'm gonna go with the Lakers. I do think that they still need to address the big man situation because I don't have Dwight starting for them, and they got to get rid of this nigga Marc Gasol. But just like as far as like making, the moves, I feel like the Lakers.
Nobody trading for Marc Gasol.
The Lakers did what pretty much every team. That's just an example of what every team wants to do every year. I brought in me a big free agent. Now I need the correct role players to go where I need them to go. So now they got your old vet in LeBron James, got your youngest bull in Anthony Davis. You went and got somebody in the middle because Russ gonna be like 32 or 33. Got Russell Westbrook, so he kind of like right at the end of his prime or whatever. So that's still good. You re-signed Tate and Horton Tucker. Big signing. You was able, I guess Schroeder's still there right now. They probably gonna get rid of him.
Yeah, he gone. He gonna be gone.
Yeah, he probably gonna be gone, but that saves you because you went and got Wayne Ellington and they went out and got Kent Bazemore. So you got plenty of shooters. And also that Russell Westbrook thing was important because you need somebody to run your second unit, which I feel like Russell Westbrook is going to do a lot. He's going to start. Don't get me wrong. He's going to start. But with
they
the
got
backup,
Kendrick Nunn too, right?
yes.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure you knew that they had him too. They
feel
gotta let
like
that young boy run too.
Start, but Russ is like
Yeah,
that
I forgot about him.
on your second unit. Like all these other dudes, they might be shooters. Russ can go get a bucket with your second unit if he playing against everybody else's second unit. He gonna be that guy on that unit that can just, oh yeah, I need some bucket. Hey Russ, I need you to go in. Brian taking a break. AD, he gonna come in a little bit. Hey Russ, go do that. Pick and roll, you and Dwight. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Facts.
that Russ stuff, because in the beginning, I was skeptical, and y'all can vouch. I was super skeptical about them getting Russ. I was like, man, no way. These dudes need to get Chris Paul, or they need to get Lonzo Ball. But the more I think about it,
Russ makes sense there.
It makes sense. And now I can't say that a player won't change their game. 2 years ago, we was all saying, no way Russ changed his game. No way Harden changed his game. But nobody. Harden went and got into a great situation. And all of a sudden, hey, I can figure out how to make it work. This is going to be the best situation Russ done been in probably since he done had KD in OKC.
Yeah,
so
probably.
He going to be like, bro, I'll figure out how to make it work because somebody with his motor, his production going to be there. Somebody who want to get rebounds, want to get them assists. That's what LeBron and AD want. So I think it's probably them right now. Chris, I got your Bulls in second.
Bulls in second. I feel you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Mike, who you got as having the best offseason so far?
I'm kind of like Blair, man. It's so early in it. I mean, your first instinct is to say the Lakers because of the big names and everything, that all the moves they made, and I think they've made the most moves in the offseason so far.
Oh yeah.
But like Darius just said, I think Chicago picking up Lonzo was big.
Yeah.
I think the Heat are quietly making moves too, because they got who was the other big name they picked up somebody big too.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry.
They did pick up.
That was
Lowry.
a big move.
Yeah, Lowry's a dog. Is a dog, man. So, but yeah, if just based off of all the news today, man, LA breaking the internet right now. So you basically had to ride with them, to me.
Yeah.
Because my fault. I mean to cut you off, but
Oh no, you good.
Yeah, with them signing Melo too, that's kind of like a Cinderella story right there. So
and the fact that they got Malik Monk too, and he took way less money.
That was
Dunn.
That was the thing. It's not like they just went and got just like, I just grabbed a player. Like he's straight. Man, they ended up with Malik Monk, and then you got, like you said, like Melo coming off your bench. You done accepted that role now. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come off the bench, but still able to give you 15, 20 maybe if he needs to. I feel
if he
like
get hot, yeah, that's true.
I feel like they made a lot of the right moves. Not that they just didn't make a bunch of moves. I feel like they made some moves that's going to benefit them a lot.
And to add to his point, like everybody, I know I was listening to sports media today, and they were talking about, they got so old. But shit, by the end of the night, they done picked up some young boys.
Yes.
So it's a mix. It's a mixture now. You got a little bit of old, a little bit of youth, and like I said, that to me just kind of makes their moves right now the best moves in the offseason so far.
Yeah.
I am salty. Andre left though. I am salty about that.
They shipped him out.
Andre
really, for real.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they just swapped them. Basically,
I think because
trying to get both of them.
Because I think Dwight just add a little bit more. He's a little bit more agile, a little bit more. Has the ability to move a little better than Drummond. I mean, and shit. Would you add Russ? And now all he got to do is just have your hands ready.
And you don't got to worry about the White worrying about him getting the ball to score. Drummond want to score.
Yeah,
he want to score. With AD playing more at the 5, because I believe they probably gonna play him more at the 5 with what they got now. That's why I'm like, bro, all they gotta do is just get them another solid big man, bro.
You can play the 4.
I feel like AD gonna play the 4 sometimes, but he'll probably start at the 5.
Yeah, I agree with what y'all saying. I say it's the Lakers, but definitely, I've been waiting on this since Michael Jordan left. The Chicago Bulls, baby, the Chicago Bulls finally did something right. We finally did something right. We did good work. Yes.
So Lonzo your man now?
Yes. Say
Fuck
what?
that.
What you say?
The Bulls will
Lonzo
probably
your
make
guy.
the playoffs.
No. But I am very happy that we got Lonzo Ball because we got some outside. He gives us some good Lonzo gives some good outside shooting. Then we traded for DeMar DeRozan, which was key.
Yeah, that
My
happened.
man Zach
How big.
needs some help. Yeah, I was very key. So now I got him. I got Lonzo Ball at the point. I got Zach at the 2. DeMar can play the 3. Then I still got Nikolai Skilishvili. I'm butchering his name, but at the 4 or the 5. Doesn't matter. Still got the rookie from last year, Patrick Williams. That's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Went to Florida State at power forward. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but my man Zach last year was balling. He was averaging like 27 and 5 last year.
Yeah, that's why he like, hey, y'all better pay him while y'all damn going to get DeMar DeRozan.
Because he underpaid for real.
Oh yeah, because the contract we gave him, I think last year, they're gonna give him a new one. They're going to give him a new one.
The only thing that I would say differently in everything that we said, I do like the Bulls. I actually feel like the Heat are going to underachieve next year.
Ooh.
Underachieve?
Yeah, I think they're just too little, man. Across the board.
You think they went small ball heavy?
I feel
What
like
do you think people are expecting for you to say underachieve?
Huh?
What do you think people are expecting out of Miami for you to say underachieve?
I think most people probably got Miami as a lot to make the playoffs. I'm not so sure.
You don't think they make the playoffs?
Wow.
I'm not sure in Miami. I'm also not sure in Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta this year was an anomaly.
That boy real, man.
I see that.
I straight real, bro.
In the playoffs, though.
I straight real, bro.
Trey Young is real. I definitely believe that, but I feel like they overachieved this year.
I would be more concerned about Chicago because they didn't make the playoffs.
I think Chicago do better than both them teams this year.
I say we'll be about the 4th or 5th.
You think they make that jump like that? They're going to be like the 4th or 5th seed?
No, I ain't saying they jump up the top 3, but I felt like what Miami did.
4 or 5. Atlanta was like the 5th seed.
Atlanta, yeah. I feel like, and I feel like they overachieved. That's what I said. I feel like they overachieved. Even as a 5 seed, I feel like they overachieved. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't see them sniffing the Eastern Conference Finals next year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you see them being a 5 seed, though?
Who? The Bulls?
Atlanta. Yeah, the Bulls.
No.
Do you see the Bulls being a 5 seed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I feel like because the drop-off for Miami isn't over. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, Miami going to be ready to run it back to the finals again. Y'all got me on tape saying, bro, Miami ain't doing nothing close to what they did last year. And they going to fall. And I feel like they didn't necessarily do nothing to put them over the top. Bam Adebayo is not going to grow 4 inches in the next year. Every game, most games in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, they going to be undersized. And that's what's killed them the whole time. This what's been killing them the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's what killed Atlanta.
Don't got no size. And the whole thing with Atlanta, I've always said, bruh, when your point guard is a traditional point guard he's not. I mean, he's a scorer, but when you got like a traditional size point guard, if it ain't Isaiah Thomas, bro, it's hard for the point guard to be your best player. It's gotta be a situation where you got somebody like Magic, who big. He not a convention to do like 6'9". Magic 6'9". Ain't really no other team that you can name where the point guard was their best player. And they went. And they just won.
When you say win, you mean like win a championship or?
Yeah.
I'm talking about win a championship. I ain't talking about, you might make the playoffs or whatever. But we don't watch Chris Paul make the playoffs a bunch of times. We watched Derrick Rose make the playoffs a bunch of times. We watched John Stockton make the playoffs a bunch of times. And I ain't trying to say necessarily that John Stockton better than Karl Malone, but might be debatable. Man is the all-time leader in assists at his position, which is point guard. So I guess it's just pick your poison. But when your best player is the traditional point guard, it's hard to win.
I mean, so Pistons.
I said besides Isaiah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had said outside of Isaiah is hard.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because Isaiah, Isaiah's, you can consider him, some people consider him the best point guard of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, unless I don't know no other team that won.
What'd he say?
Sean had said something.
He tried to say something. He
They
said
can
Chauncey,
offset.
but Billups.
If they can offset Trey like they offset Steph,
on that team,
Atlanta could be okay. Because Steph is not a traditional point guard either, but they got Draymond and they had Clay at the time. So they kind of offset what Steph did. Trey needs somebody to offset him that's a little bit bigger. They can't run an undersized backcourt in Atlanta. That's not going to work.
And that's a dual player, not just a shooter or a scorer. He got to be able to play defense.
Look at what you had for Steph Curry to do it. He had to have somebody else on his team who is also regarded, who might go down as a top 10 shooter of all time. So that's a lot.
But he don't have to be Steph. He don't have to be Clay shooting. He just has to be competent and a good defensive player, bro.
No, this nigga
like they just need somebody to. They can do it in multiple roles. They just need somebody to offset what Trey don't do.
If Klay Thompson don't go out there and be Klay Thompson, them boys ain't winning.
You might be right.
Them boys ain't winning. We already saw that.
Moving on. Next topic. I promised y'all we was going to talk about some NFL football, and that's what we about to do. So we're going to pick our NFC and AFC division winners today. All right. We're going to start off. Let's start off with the AFC, and we're going to start off with the AFC East. All right. So it's the NFC and AFC East. And if you're not familiar who's in the NFC and AFC East, I'm going to tell you. So we're going to start with the AFC side first. So you have the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and the New York Jets. So this is going to be interesting. I want to know who people going to pick. I really don't know who's going to pick who. I got a feeling, but I don't know. Let's start off with Darius. Who you got winning the AFC East?
Man, ain't no way you think none of them dudes gonna beat the Bills, man. Come on, man. Come on. Barring injury. There's the Dolphins, no. They don't even know who they want to play quarterback right now. No. Who else you said was in this division? It don't matter because them niggas ain't winning. The Patriots is in rebuild mode. You know what I'm saying? Like they is in that transitional period. It ain't about winning right now. It's about, hey, Cam Newton, I need you to groom Mac Jones because he is the future. And that's what we gonna do. And you pick the division with the Jets.
Hey, man. Hey, We had some brave souls pick the Jets last year to win games.
Win games?
I think so.
I wouldn't pick the Jets to win a coin toss. So I got the Bills.
I feel it. I feel it. Who you got, Blair?
New England.
Woo! Why New England?
Just make it quick, bro. Why New England? Because it's New England. You know, it's New England. I figure they'll have a bounce back year. We'll see. A lot of their players are returning this year. They signed a lot of guys. I feel like New England's gonna have a better year than people think they are. I don't know what Buffalo is, bro. Buffalo gonna have to do it for more than 1 year for me to consider Buffalo consistent. And in that whole division, the team that was the most consistent was New England. If Cam comes and they play decent, they win that division. Okay. I don't see,
They're not beating the Bills, Blair.
Why would I just immediately jump on the Bills?
What you mean?
We know who Mike got. He's like, ain't nobody beating the Bills, Blair.
Why would I just immediately jump on the Bills and assume the Bills are here to stay? This is football. You need to be consistent. Dudes moving way too wildly from season to season.
In the past 3 years, the Bills have been the most consistent team in that division.
And they really got a quarterback now.
How many division championships have they won in the past 3 years?
2 or 1?
I'm assuming only one.
One. I think it was 1.
So I ain't trying to hear it.
Not sure.
I'm gonna still just go with the averages on the division right now, and it's New England.
So, Mike, you got the Bills too?
Yeah, I say the Bills. I'm even gonna rock with the Dolphins, Pats, and Jets
over New England.
Yeah,
Sean, you rocking with the Bills too?
Not so fast, my friend.
Oh, okay, Lee Corso Jr.
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain because I love defense.
Who's the top team?
You got a whole bunch of fuck guys on your squad. Besides, Xavier Howard going through his little situation. I love defense and defense championship, so I'm gonna go with the Fins.
Ooh. Okay.
Long as Tua just, you know what I'm saying, get his motherfucking Joe Flacco on, gonna be all right.
Tua has done nothing to deserve your confidence like that, but I feel you, bro.
He has done nothing.
Like, he has done nothing to deserve your confidence like that. But I feel you. Tua, if you pick him. Ain't much I can say about it. Write it out, bro. I got it.
Tua and Cam Newton right now in the AFC East have been the same quarterback.
Yeah.
That's factual.
The biggest thing with New England, I don't feel like they ain't put enough around Cam, man. If this would have been Cam 5 years ago, I probably would have went with New England.
I agree. I like the Bills. Don't get me wrong.
I don't really know what they have to put around Cam, though.
Huh?
I don't know what they have to put around Cam.
Oh, man, they got to put
a receiver, a back.
Yeah, you gotta give him at least. You see, this is the thing, Blair. You can't even tell me one of the receivers that New England got right now.
Not right now.
Exactly.
Give me some time to look it up. Not right now, I know. But right now, bro, I couldn't tell you most of the receivers on anybody's team.
But you know the Bills.
I could just shout out 5 of those dudes right now.
I could name a receiver on the Dolphins and the Bills. I could name a lot of niggas on the Bills, not just receivers. But yeah, I think New England in that rebuild mode, man. They've been great for a long time. It was great for a long time.
I think Cam was really COVID though, bro. Like, I really think he has a lot better football than what he showed last year.
I do too. But even what game it was when he caught COVID, because they was booty before that.
Mm-hmm. They ended up like 8-8 for the season, didn't they?
It's like 6-10.
I thought they was 8-8 last year, even with the terrible play and the terrible Cam and everything else. Like, they weren't that bad when Cam was playing before COVID. They had a winning record. But after COVID, it was trash.
touchdowns than he had passing touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. And some of them games they lost was Cam fault.
They were 7-9.
I told you,
7-9.
them boys wasn't even 500. I knew they
Okay.
were something like that.
They're saying if he didn't COVID, they would have won about 2 or 3 more games.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
if
gotta
Cam
agree
would
with
have
that.
got COVID, they would have won? They would have beat the Bills for the
No.
division?
Nah.
No, I don't think so. Blair thinks so.
Tom Brady. I usually go New England, but he ain't there no more. But I just go New England for the pure experience of the division, and assuming Bill Belichick is actually a good coach, bro.
I feel you on that. I think
That's fair.
I think his stranglehold is over though. I think niggas done got over the fear,
The
especially after Tom
stranglehold
Brady
might be
won.
over, man, but like the giving it just like to the young dudes, I don't know, man, because he's always been good with young quarterbacks, like stopping young quarterbacks from playing well against New England.
But now he's the one with the young quarterback. Tua got a year under his belt. This is like year 5 for Josh Allen.
Yeah. I think
Brianna, who you got?
The Bills.
The classic
Brianna going on. Brianna is, bro. She don't care.
The classic Brianna answer. She does not have a reason why. She's just gonna throw it out there. That's all, because she don't care about nobody else but the Ravens. But yeah, I thought about this, man. I was like, oh, first instinct, Bills, definitely.
Right.
Then started thinking about New England, and I was like, ooh, man, they did have a lot of opt-outs last year. They're coming back. They're about to do some things.
No.
Thought about the Jets because, hey, the new QB out there doing his thing. You know, they hyping him up. They saying he the next Patrick Mahomes and
I'm about
stuff.
to log off.
They saying, I'm just saying the hype that they're giving. But I end up landing on the Miami Dolphins. And here's why. I really like their defense. I think Tua is going to play much better than what he played last year because he got that experience and he got a full year to really, truly recover from that injury that he suffered in college. So I think he's going to be better there too. Now, I actually don't even have the Bills in second. I have the New England Patriots finishing second. Yes, I do. Because I feel like New England Patriots has the best coach in the NFL. He's going to prove it by getting his team to the playoffs. I think the Buffalo Bills are just going to get too relaxed and they're going to lose a couple games early, but then they're going to turn it on late, but it's going to be too late. That's just how I feel.
Who is Cam Newton throwing the ball to, man?
Who is Cam throwing the ball to? The two new tight ends that he just got in the draft.
Henry.
What are their names?
I don't remember, but I know that they're pretty good.
Harry's one of his receivers.
I mean, and Henry, he got to do something at some point.
Harry, I think his last name Harry.
Harry.
Cam Newton is playing with the Little Giants on offense.
I feel that, man. I feel that, but I feel like they're gonna end up making a way out of no way. I feel like they're gonna do it. I feel like they're gonna end the season with at least 10 or 11 wins, and they're gonna shock some people. They're gonna shock some people. But I got the Dolphins winning this one.
Boy, it's gonna shock you and Blair ass.
The Dolphins gonna shock me and Chris.
Nah, the Patriots gonna shock y'all when they win 5
gonna shock
games.
some people. I just feel like
they winning more than 5 games, bro.
They were 79 last year.
They gonna be above 500, dude.
I definitely think, and they better this year. And all them players that opted out last year are gonna come back this year. I think, except for Patrick Chung, he retired. Other than that,
couple of them players,
everybody back.
Except Tom Brady.
I don't need that motherfucker. They don't need that motherfucker. They got Fuck Tom Brady. What you talking about? Talking about the bullshit now. You cussing at me. I don't appreciate that.
That's what got number 10 wins the year, his last year there. Tom Brady. If they would have had Cam Newton then, they would have won 7 games.
They're gonna be above 500 is all I can tell you, bro.
I'm with you, Blair. I'm with you. Moving on to the other division. We have the NFC East, or as we referred to them last year as the NFC least, or as what said calls them the dumpster fire division. You know, they were all trash. They're all pretty much trash.
All of them.
If you don't know who's in the division, let me refresh your memory or let me educate you. You got the Dallas Cowboys, you got the New York Football Giants, you got the Philadelphia Eagles, fly, Eagle, fly, and you also got the Washington Football Team. I love them. Football team. Who is going to win this division, guys? Brianna?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
What? Really? All right, Darius, who you got, bruh?
As bad as I want to pick the Cowboys, gotta go with the Washington Football Team.
Woo! Washington team.
Hey, I feel like I'm still not sold on this dude, Daniel Jones. I told them this dude was booty. Now they don't want to spend all this money to get people around him to bench him in week 6.
Oh.
The Eagles, I don't even got nothing to say about the Eagles right now. They gonna come in last. But I think it's gonna be close between Washington and the Cowboys. But I feel like, as always, the Cowboys just gonna get in their own way, man. They do it every year, dog. They get in their own way. It's gonna start whenever we start seeing Hard Knocks. Hey. Bruh, them boys gonna find a way to get in their own way. An ego gonna go here, Jerry Jones gonna say this, and all of a sudden it ain't gonna be about football no more. And I think Washington might have the best defensive line in the league. So, like, they front four, yeah, bunch of first rounders, and all them boys be eating. So, I'm gonna give it to the Washington Football Team in that division, man.
Blair, who you got, bruh?
I was Washington for most of those reasons, mainly Ron Rivera. But I'm going Washington.
Sean?
Man, it's kind of crazy, man. I really want to go with them Cowboys. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for him. But you know what? Golly, it hurts.
It pains him.
Man, still, I'm gonna have to go with. Damn.
You can't even do it.
Damn, circle back, man. Damn.
Got it, Sean. You got it, Sean.
They all booty. All booty. Man, shit. I'm going with Washington. Washington. I'm going with Washington.
Oh, God. Michael, you got, man.
All right, so I got the Cowboys because I think Dak's gonna come back and get them boys a different type of energy. I think Zeke. Yeah. I don't know why everybody wants shit on Zeke nowadays, but I still think he's one of the top backs in the league.
He did it to himself. Is why everybody doing it.
I mean, yeah, but on the field, I mean, he is who he is. Off the field, that's a whole other argument. But on the field, he is who he is. So I got.
That's all I'm talking about is on the field.
On the field, he do his thing, man. People be shitting. I mean, their line was shit last year.
And he wasn't that great the last 2 seasons. Is why they've been like that.
I still think he a bell cow, but I go the Cowboys. I go Washington. I think Ron Rivera got something there. The only question with them is who they got throwing the ball.
Yeah.
That to me, their defense is going to be ridiculous though.
Yeah.
The kid, what's the name?
Chase Young.
Chase Young. He's a truth.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Giants because they getting Saquon back. That's the only reason.
Yep.
And then the Eagles because I think they still got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pulling for the kid Jalen. I think Jalen is. I think he's an NFL quarterback, and they just got to give him the ball and let him be who he is. And and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with him picking up what's my man named the kid out of Alabama,
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, he just got hurt.
Smith. We're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see what he gonna be though. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
Yeah, I feel that. I thought about the surprise team, the Giants, and I was all ready to go and pick the Giants, but then I thought about it a little bit more, and Daniel Jones stinks to me, man. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
What?
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Then I thought about the Eagles, and then I was like, today I'm like, I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. Yeah. And then I seen Devontae Smith got hurt, and I'm like, I'm not going to go with the Eagles. Yeah, it's not the way to go. I think the division is pretty much between the Cowboys and the Washington football team. And it's just like, man, the Cowboys offense is amazing. It's going to be very damn good. But their defense, not so much at all. I think their pass defense is going to be very, very bad. It's going to be terrible, to let you know the truth. Then I'm sitting here, I'm like, ooh, I can go with the Washington team because, you know, they got Chase Young and all them other boys over there. Their defense is amazing. Then I was like, wait a minute, but who the hell is that quarterback? I had to look it up. I'm like, who in the hell is that QB? Because they got rid of my man's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, he gonna get you 8, boy.
And I was like,
they can win the division with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
That's what I'm saying. Everywhere he go, he do good.
Yeah, until he get expectations.
They just got to be 500 in that division.
Exactly.
And you're right. Decided that the Cowboys is going to come in second place because I got to go with the Washington football team. And, you know, you got all the Buckeyes, you know what I'm saying? You got the Buckeyes on offense, got the Buckeyes on defense. You got who else got 2 Buckeyes at receiver? You got Terry Samuel out there by catching passes from Ryan Fitzpatrick. That nigga will throw it to and through anybody. If throw niggas on you, all right, I'm throwing it to you anyway because I'm Ryan Fitzpatrick and that's what I do. That nigga gonna get hot for a good 8 to 9 weeks, and it's gonna get them in the playoffs, and they gonna win the division. But I will say the Cowboys' offense is gonna be on fire, and they might win them a lot of games. It might even sneak them in the playoffs, but I just don't believe them in this division. That's where they're gonna get their wins in, and that's what they're gonna be the 2 teams that actually make the playoffs. The Cowboys and Washington, but I think Washington gets it because they got more balance on the offense and defense, but they don't really believe in the quarterback, but he can get hot. So I got to go with Washington, man. Final topic of the day. Should high school players be able to profit off their name, image, and likeness? So story came out that Quentin Ewers, who is actually the #1 player in the country for this coming season, of all the seniors that's coming into this season coming up here, decided that he wanted to skip his senior season and go to the University of Ohio State because that's where he committed to, and go to school because he can profit off of his name, image, and likeness because the state where he's from, which is Texas, does not allow high school players to profit off of their name, image, or likeness, or they will not be eligible to play football. Which is crazy to me still that we in 2021 and we still can't profit off our own name, image, and likeness. But do y'all feel like all high school players that have the ability to profit off their name, be it football, basketball, tennis, soccer, handball, you know, we know that's Darius's favorite sport, be able to profit off their name, image, and likeness? I say hell motherfucking yeah. But I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all might feel different. You don't think so, Darius?
But I think people taking this too far, man.
No, bro.
Bruh.
Absolutely
This
not.
is my thing.
I don't even know if he said no.
Chris.
Mm-hmm.
All us went to high school, right? I done known a lot of good players in high school. Daquan Bowers went to my rival high school in high school. When we graduated, he was the Gatorade #1 player in the nation. Guess what? It wasn't a bunch of people walking around in his hometown with a bunch of high school jerseys with his number on it. It wasn't nothing like, oh, you go in the store, you getting Daquan Bowers paraphernalia. Because a lot of the time, even no matter where you rank in these high school things, the place where you gonna be most popular is at home because everybody know you. So I don't really see something to where, like, I don't know no schools, like, I done seen schools, oh yeah, a bunch of people come see this team because they're good, but I don't see nobody wearing these players' jerseys in the stands. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see, not at high school games. I don't be seeing all of this different paraphernalia with like their picture on it or something like that. And also, before these kids make any decisions, they gonna have to get the consent of an adult. When you go to college, you can sign for yourself because once you like 18, they'll consider you grown. I see this joke with rappers all the time. These dudes make all this money and then they can't even spend their money how they want to because they still need to have somebody sign for them because they're considered a minor. So for one of these dudes to sign a contract, most of them gonna have to get an adult to sign for them because they gonna consider them a minor still, which leads to what? Now you don't really know what's going on with the money. Might be one of these situations where these parents is out here like these parents of these kids who was Disney actors and all of this stuff like that. They doing what they want to do with the money because, nigga, technically they the co-signer for you because you can't sign for yourself. Once you go off, hey, if you never throw a football a day in your life at Alabama, but them boys want to pay you once you get to Alabama, I feel like that's cool. I just don't feel like it's enough going on in high school to where you just be like, I'm a benefit off of this particular player, because it's so many high school players. It's a lot of colleges too, but it's so many high school players. I don't think it's enough. I don't think they got enough going on in high school to where.
So Darius, look at the kid. What's his name? Mikey Williams,
the basketball player.
The basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that cat got like 5 million followers on social media, bro. So I mean, it may not be necessarily like paraphernalia that you're gonna see that they're gonna make their money off of, but he can make his money off of his social media presence.
But so, they not stopping people from doing that. That's not nothing that they can stop. That's outside of what they trying to do. Like the little 8-year-old kid, Ryan Davis, made the most money out of every person on YouTube last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not something that they will be able to stop anyway. So like social media and stuff like that, unless you be like one of them websites like maybe Ball is Life.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's like one of them things where, like, I guess now they would be able to make the money off, like, you wearing school paraphernalia and all of that stuff now, right? Is that what they're saying?
No, they're saying that you can't make money off your likeness, period. So
yeah.
So
I mean, story is for the kid that we're talking about.
Social media is the same thing.
Yeah. So the kid that we're talking about, because he's the #1 player in the country, and they're saying that he is a generational player. They offered him a contract,
bro. It's too much gray in high school alone.
He couldn't take it because
it's too much. That's the crazy part. It's too much gray in high school alone. On top of the fact that they're not adults, so somebody has to enter into a legally binding contract.
Yeah.
And then you start trying to figure out who's in charge, and it's too much money, and they're still kids. Like at the end of the day, these dudes are still considered kids. Like, yeah, you can go and it could be great like the movies where some of these dudes emancipate themselves. And it's a lot of gray going on in high school already with all the AAU stuff and all the camps and who shuttles who where. Like, it's a lot to keep track of. So yeah, some people will pay some high school athletes, but it's still it still falls under their kids, man. And the decisions that they make will still affect their life. So like dude could get some money and destroy his money, his credit, his everything, and he ain't even 18 yet. Like it's too much that goes into it than just saying, hey, yeah, put his face on something, or we'll use his name because y'all know who he is in the community. It's just they're still kids. And,
but
and
how many years has
for
this
the
been
kids.
going on where dudes have been doing this same thing? It's just been under the table. Like LeBron was driving a Hummer in high school, bro.
And he got suspended for it. But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that's not true, but if you make it legal, it makes it worse.
I don't think so.
Does it make it worse?
Think about it.
I gotta go watch a Bud Rim.
With these contracts, also is going to come contractual obligations. I mean, and that's the thing I think was going to wait to see with the NCAA. Like, you're a professional athlete, that's your job. You know what I'm saying? You know everything. But now you talk about somebody in the 10th grade who now they already play a lot of basketball. Now they got contractual obligations. You gonna make them sacrifice their school for that? That's gonna be the next thing. Because if let's say one of these athletes gets sponsored, I'm gonna just throw out like Powerade or something. You got contractual obligations, but you a hooper. You're supposed to go play in this big AAU tournament. You a hooper. You in high school. Your mama or maybe you want to go to it. Your mama like Gatorade. You like Powerade. Your mama signed the contract because you weren't old enough. So they gotta say in all of that. And like I said, I don't feel like even like everybody, like I know that you talk about Mikey Williams. I know who he is. I know a lot of people don't have a clue who Mikey is. But when Mikey if he go to UNC or Iowa or to a college, when people see him all the time and stuff, I feel like that makes a difference. And also at that point, legally, he's able to make his own decision.
I mean, you can start working at what, 16?
Yeah, that's the only contract you can sign is that in your I-9.
And your people still got to sign off on that.
I understand that.
I mean, all of the things that we kind of throwing into the pot though is the likelihood of everybody's family taking advantage of them, or all of the worst cases.
That's what I was going.
I mean, we could do the same thing and say for the kids who don't got nothing, and this
you can do
really
that for a grown man.
Yeah, some of these kids are coming out and this is their way out. So for the entire family. So I mean, I get it. I think it is a tough decision to make. But bro, I don't know too many young kids, any family that's turning down millions of dollars if they got an opportunity to get it. Because you never matter of fact, like Blair was saying, I think earlier he was saying like you never know that kid could get hurt and never see a dime. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, damn if you do, damn if you don't, kind of.
But that's where you're supposed to be still looking out for the kids. Like at 18, you can go join the Army, you can get drafted, you can sign a lot of things away. But
so
under that age, the idea is that
you can actually start early.
Wait a minute.
You can actually start earlier.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you call looking out for the kids not for them not to be able to make some money?
But they're signing contracts, bro.
Like I said,
but y'all thinking about it and
nah, Chris, do you know what it is to sign a contract?
Of course I do.
You know what comes with contracts, right? Good ones and bad ones.
Correct.
Now, do you know anybody versed enough in contract law that you can hire right now that could keep you from signing a terrible or a good contract?
I do not.
You know anybody?
I do not.
You do not.
I do not.
Those dudes who have nothing and don't know anything.
I do not, but I will find out.
Contract.
But see, the difference then is, guess what? You gotta hire that person still. 16-year-old can't just go out here and hire this person.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the idea that you can't do it because you're not old enough is across the board, bro. Like, yeah, I can understand some parents just like homeschooling and some kids finish school early. That's all individually, bro. But overall, just allowing all kids. So then where do you draw the line where a kid can draw a contract?
But wait a minute.
Where do you stop following them? Is it just why is it not okay? Is it senior year? Is it junior year? When do you draw the line when it's okay?
I'm gonna tell you. So wait a minute.
Start fighting their life.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Coco Golf can play in a tournament right now, get paid to play in that tournament, get endorsements to be in that tournament, and a football player can't take advantage of that same thing? Like, come on, bro. You got to be able to get that.
You know when they go professional,
whether it be a bad contract or a good contract, that's going to be on him. That's going to be on him. Doesn't matter. He's going to be able to make some money for him and his family at least at 16 if somebody will give him that money.
That, right, Chris? Whenever they move to professional play, you can no longer play amateur anything. So if you go pro golfer at 16, you ain't playing college golf. Like there's things you can't do once you sign the contract, bro.
But what y'all was saying is because these kids were kids and they were playing in high school that they shouldn't be able to profit off of their own likeness. What I'm saying is they should be. It doesn't matter if their parents were asses and shitty and took their money or whatever the case may be. They got to be able to at least have the opportunity to be able to take advantage of something to put them in a good position in life.
Do you understand why you gotta go to court to free yourself under like the age of 17 to make your own choices? Because they don't consider you cognitively aware enough to be able to sign something like that and know what you're getting into.
What you mean? There's places in the United States you get married at 15.
Are people profiting off of them? That there's such a big thing to where that high schools are. It's not like the NCAA, which is a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
But high school it's a lot of money broken up, bro. Like everywhere you came from a place that had a high school that had people that went there that people in your city knew. That's the same thing a college is. Everybody don't know all these colleges, but these schools live because these people in these areas know who these people are. It's the same for high school. It's how niggas who in their 20s know who somebody in high school is. That dude is balling in the city.
But the schools, it's not like schools are out here. Schools not selling you posters with these players' pictures and stuff on them. They're not selling you jerseys with their names on the back. They're not doing none of that. So
right, but they all
tickets to the game. They make money off you coming to the game.
It's
the name of the school stuff is where they make the money from.
Go ahead, Sean.
Speak on this. I'm gonna say this from experience as a father, as a player, and you know what I'm saying, as a son that's in college right now. I'm gonna say like Rock Hill. A lot of people that like your pops, he don't know. He probably not familiar with it, but they say that's the football capital, right? Because they got a whole lot of dudes in the
Call it football USA.
A whole row of boosters that come to that school. When you look on that sideline, you seeing mom and pops, pizza spots, all these bars and all this sponsors for these little kids. I'm talking about they football jerseys look like NFL jerseys. So for me as a parent, when I see that you filling up these stands and you got all these sponsors, and yeah, you give my kids a jersey. Yeah, you take them out to go get some pizza after the game. But you got Gatorade sponsors. This is a fact. In all Rock Hill high schools, you got Gatorade sponsors. You got Nike sponsors. And then you got people like, what's the bum, that play for the Browns now, the DN. But you got these guys coming. They throw them little cleats. Yeah, Clowney and Mason Rudolph. They come throwing cleats and all this other stuff. Because the schools done made so much money off these boys, and then these boys don't get jacked and going off into the injury, just like Willis McGahee here on the Ohio State game. His parents had $1 million policy on that man. So not to say just protecting him, but they're protecting their asset. When you got a kid, a shorty, like my son, he been playing football since he was 3 years old. Now imagine he a high school All-American. I understand when you saying, okay, he a high school All-American from Philadelphia, and you might be in LA, and you don't know this dude. But in his community, they filling up them schools.
They know that. They know.
And they might be selling $15 tickets. You can't tell me his family can't get 2 bands because of his likeness. So that's what I'm saying. And let's just say he go and blow out his knee. You think that same community gonna turn on his lights? You think that same community gonna put him through college? He ain't gonna go to community college because he done blew out his ACL. Y'all ain't gonna pay his doctor bills. You ain't gonna bring him no more flowers. Look at we don't go to movies. Look at Blue Chips, bruh. Look at motherfucking any kind of movie that where you can at least
look at Booby on Friday Night
Booby
Lights.
Miles.
Yeah, look at Booby Miles. I mean, this is real life because at the end of the day, once that player leave that school, it's a wrap. And I do understand as far as the NCAA because they make billions of dollars.
Yeah.
But even on the small end, you can have a player I can use for my own hometown, Daquan Cook. You know what I'm saying? His daddy was in prison while he was hooping. And a lot of people do take advantages, but you get even if you play AAU, y'all mentioned AAU. Y'all gonna tell me them AAU coaches don't get paid?
Yeah,
they get paid.
Y'all gonna tell me they don't get paid to go travel? I just met a team at the hotel.
Man, it's a lot of money in all of that, but at the end of the day, they're kids. Like
they
can really ruin some things.
But so
they can really
we
ruin
talk
some
about
things
likeness,
in their
though.
lives.
We talk about likeness, though, bro. We talking about so you put
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Talk about likeness. Now I understand once you give a kid some money, it becomes a business. I get that.
I'm saying is likeness. What I'm saying is likeness. I don't see none of these schools like you talking about likeness like in college. When you talking about likeness, bro, these people in college, there's a reason why you go in Clemson book room and people buying the same number as Trevor Lawrence. It don't got no name on the back, but they selling a bunch of that number. When you go to these high schools, it don't be like that.
But what I'm saying,
right. But there's it's
different to do, bro. Look at Luka. We wouldn't have known about Luka. Luka been a professional for already like 5-6 years. So you telling me they wasn't selling Kobe jerseys, Kevin Garnett jerseys? You know what I'm saying? People already knew about them, and just imagine this time if they had
where Luka comes from in his particular sport, he can go professional then. So there's
that's
nothing.
What I'm saying.
But guess what? None of these kids can't go professional here at 13, 14 years old. If they do, like he was saying with the golf, once you go professional, you get paid.
Right.
You just can't come back to high school. And I feel like it's going to be easier at the professional level because, like I said, it's these dudes' job, bro. It's these dudes' job.
Right, but I mean, even like, but look, check this out though. Even in high school now, their programs are set up like this is a business, bro. Like them kids be going in there early in the morning and they there till late at night.
But also
on top of going to school.
But also in high school, guess what? If the best player decides that, bro, this is not what I want to do no more, he can just quit with no repercussion. You can't do that as a professional because it's your job at that point. So like I said, what if they give Mikey an endorsement deal, but then Mikey decides because he's 16 years old, man, maybe I just want to play golf. I don't want to hoop.
That's on him.
Then he gonna lose the money.
He gonna lose the money. That's on him.
That is what it is.
But at that point now, like I said, it's gonna be a big problem because you obligated to finish that contract.
It's his
that
problem.
money is gone too, bro.
But it's his problem. We literally watched it play out. Everybody knew LeBron James was when he was 15, 14 years old. They started selling out stadiums. And he couldn't get none of that money. So his mama wanted to get him a gift, got him a Hummer. He got suspended because Ohio was like, oh, you getting it because of your name, image, and likeness. Your mom went in there, but like, my son is LeBron James.
But you on the cover.
So you need a dude like LeBron James, because there's going to be another one. maybe it'll be 20, 10 years from now, whenever. There's gonna be another dude that's we ain't heard of that's gonna come up in high school, and they're gonna start putting his shit on national TV, putting his games in stadiums, and he can't profit off of that. Hell yeah, he should be able to profit off that.
If they only going in there, hey, if they was only going in there whenever they put the game on, hold on, whenever they put the game on TV, did they say LeBron versus the school, or did it say Vincent St. Mary?
Oh,
That's
the thing
I'm trying to make. It's okay. Everybody came to see this player, but my thing is, it's not like they is doing something extra. This kid is playing high school ball, just like everybody else. He just so happens to be good.
Right, but they wasn't playing them. They wasn't playing them games in Vincent St. Mary's high school gym. They was playing it in arenas. And Vincent St. Mary's was getting all that money from ticket sales.
Ranked team. All the ranked teams in the league play. I mean, in high school play games like that. Not just
exactly. And the schools is getting paid for it
because they're the highest ranked team in the nation. If my team, who ain't never been nowhere before, or all of a sudden next year get ranked in the top 20 teams in the nation, they gonna be on TV.
Well, hold on, Darius will answer this. Even for the booty schools down here, I know high school coaches. Matter of fact, the dude that was at Vance High School in Charlotte, that was my son's high school coach, right? He took him to the state back-to-back years. He was only getting paid 30-something thousand. He left to go down there to Irmo, right next to Dutchford. Now he getting $1,000, bro. Took his whole staff who was volunteering.
Yeah, hey, Irmo,
you think he getting 100,000 just cause he a good guy, good coach?
Irmo,
them dudes gotta win. You know what I'm saying? So he is winning off of their backs, bro. He got 100,000 because
Irmo and Dutch Fort done did a lot of winning. I can guarantee you that. But guess what? And I'm from that area. I can't
that's why I'm saying to you.
Because they wasn't using their likeness and their image. Because every time they get on TV, they say Dutch Fort or Irmo.
Plus, a lot of times, even if they're doing all that, the schools aren't rich, yo. Like, these schools don't have money either.
Shit, you go to Durham and
not all of them.
Not
all these schools, but all these kids that they're getting and raising this money for is going into some booster's pocket, though. Like, a lot of that goes to the kids in the sport.
Yeah, a lot of that money.
Boosters and everybody making money off these kids.
Yeah, everybody making money off the kids.
You proving the
that's the whole point.
I'm Dr. Such and Such chiropractor, and I got a sponsor on your motherfucking practice jersey. And then all these colleges come out here and see little Ray running them damn ball. But your sponsor,
that money doesn't always go to a booster. Is what I'm saying. It doesn't always go to somebody's pocket. It goes. The idea of it is to benefit the school. That's why they sell that stuff in the first place.
That means that you contributed money. Right. So guess what?
That's how some of them schools can buy those tablets or those computers or the jerseys for next year, bruh. Like, I went to hood school, that money doesn't go all.
The thing about it, bro, you got that off Lil Ray back.
But
yeah,
period.
Ray ain't none of that.
Guess what?
It's a lot of
kids. Guess what? In a lot of those situations,
it's not just about one kid. It's about all the kids in school.
In a lot of them situations,
the big picture, you're right. It is about all the kids in school. That's the big picture. But the fact of the matter is, people out there that's lining their pockets off of these kids. That bring life.
But those are the scumbag people that they don't want involved with the process. That's why they try to limit who can be involved in the process.
These people that you said that are profiting off of them, you also said they are sponsors, which means that they put money into the program. So yeah, Lil Ray had a nice season. Guess what? They made so Lil Ray and them get new shoulder pads every year. Little Joe Blow school down the street not getting that. Ray playing TD Vapors and Nike socks every game. Lil Joe Blow in the school down the road not doing that because they don't got the same sponsor. So it's not like they is just eating off of these kids and these kids Literally.
No, the
That's not
money's
what we're saying.
the money's gonna follow the talent, bro. If
Yep.
you
If
don't
Lil Ray Ray
got
left,
the talent at your school, ain't nobody gonna be there. But if you got talent at your school,
Think about how it would go. If we in Charlotte and Chris, let's say you a good football player in your sophomore year, and Seafood Connection decide they gonna sponsor you, and then you move to Idaho, you signed a 3-year deal with Seafood Connection, because Seafood Connection is not something like Nike, because y'all is talking about the boosters and stuff. So Seafood Connection is not something like Nike or Adidas or something that's global or something like that. They
It's
like,
just
hey,
local.
you bring this to this school in Charlotte. We're gonna sponsor you. We're gonna do this. As a high schooler, it's well within your right. What if your parents move and you just gotta go, which is well within your right? That's gonna create a whole nother problem.
you don't.
so first of all,
wait
Chris,
a minute now.
you better not sign no 3-year contract.
Thank
That's
you.
first.
One.
Hold on,
Then
hold on,
two.
hold on,
Wait a
hold
minute.
on.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. Then two.
Hold on.
That's
This
the
is
price of
thing.
doing business.
Guess what?
You got to know
Guess
who you
what?
about to do business with too.
No. You ain't gonna tell.
Bruh, but you expecting kids to know this.
They
Hold on.
What you mean? We expect adults to know this and they don't know.
You
Somebody
talking about generational money and changing family courses and all of this.
Yeah,
At what point does the kid, because it ain't always gonna work out that way, dude. Some of them gonna turn into druggies, some of them gonna flunk out of school, some of them are just gonna turn into terrible human beings.
Exactly.
But I mean, you got so you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it this way. Did y'all ever watch the little series called that quarterback about the high school quarterbacks?
Yep.
About the one that had Justin Fields and all them in it.
Yep.
Did you see that? That's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like that kid Tate that went to Ohio State, then left Ohio State and went to Miami. And now he about to leave and go to UNLV. He left schools because so there's the other part of it too. It's those families that got money that can move their kids around and put them in the best programs, and so all of that stuff plays. Like we can talk about it and think of the worst situations for all the kids that's coming out of the gutter or whatever the case is. But it's kids that got money that's making these same moves and doing the same things. And I think the image of likeness thing is more the social media type thing, because like you said, ain't nobody buying a whole bunch of kids from high school jerseys.
No,
but they are out there these kids are making money off of their social media program. Social media likeness. When you getting paid off of your image and likeness, like you said, this kid that leaving high school to get paid off his image and likeness, he's about to get paid off his social media presence, all of that. Him showing himself working out, him showing himself doing whatever. That's where he's gonna make his money at. And he couldn't do that and be in high school.
So should Mikey give his high school a cut every time he wear their jersey, and he promote them on social media because he wearing their name and using
right. Now those things that's something they're gonna have to work out. I believe like that is something they're gonna have to work out, because if you're gonna wear my name, I'm gonna get paid.
Hey, it's the same.
But I mean, it's the same thing.
It goes both ways.
Kevin Hart
It goes both ways.
That movie because they was mad he wouldn't put it on his social media. So it falls under the same category of these dudes are voluntarily putting this on social media. Ain't nobody twisting their arm. They don't have to. If they want to get paid,
we get that they don't have to do it, but they getting paid for doing it. All them likes and views that add up to something. Just like on this right here, y'all start getting a whole bunch of likes and views. Somebody gonna come knocking at Chris door. Hey man, I want to put this advertisement on your show. Right. And Chris gonna start getting broke off.
We gonna start getting broke off.
So if he after the game, signing jerseys, kissing babies, shaking hands, taking pictures with the mayor, Clowney taking pictures with him, putting money in his pocket, should he be punished?
I don't think he should be punished.
But
that's what I'm saying. That's excitement. He done scored 5 touchdowns.
But listen, that's also something that, like I said, it was optional. His coach don't go to him and be like, oh, Clowney, oh yeah, before we leave the field house, you need to go out there and sign 1,000 jerseys for people.
LeBron, if somebody on the side decided to give him a Hummer That's cool. I don't think he should be punished for that, but I don't think it should be like, this is just like, oh yeah, now everybody is just, oh yeah, you gonna give me money for profiting off my likeness, because then it's gonna be, oh, who said it's you? Who said it's you? Because like I said, a lot of these jerseys, they don't even have a name.
Right,
All right,
right.
quick question.
But
How many St. Vincent St. Mary's games have you seen since LeBron James left?
They sell the jerseys at Foot Locker.
Thank you.
They
But
sell his jerseys
how many
at
games
Foot
since he's
Locker.
gone? How many games have you watched of theirs on national TV on ESPN? I'm gonna tell you, 0. How much money
I'ma
did they
tell
make off
you.
that man before
I'ma
he
tell
left?
you. I'ma
Probably
tell you.
thousands,
I'ma
probably
tell you.
hundreds of thousands.
I'ma
All
tell you.
I'm saying is, not the
Before
school, not the school.
Before LeBron got to the league, I ain't see a Vincent St. Mary's jersey. Before Carmelo got to the league, I didn't see an Oak Hill jersey. They didn't do that shit until after they left, which means guess what? Now they professionals and now they probably getting paid for that shit. But guess what? If you wanted to see an Oak Hill jersey back then, even when Melo was there, you probably had to go to Oak Hill to even have a chance of getting one of them shits.
I understand that.
And
What I'm saying is,
no name on it.
what I'm saying is, the kids, this is really only going to affect the top notch
athlete.
kids for the most part. Is what I'm saying. If, like you said,
That's what you think, bro. It's not.
Exactly. It's gonna be what you consider
That's what
the
you
top.
think,
Because
this
but
like
it's
dude,
not.
we
It's gonna
just
affect
see
a lot
this
of
dude
kids.
is the
It's
number
gonna
one
affect a
quarterback
lot
in
of
the
kids.
country, and they offered him $1
Sean
million just because he's the number one
just
quarterback in the
said,
country, and they said he's
said,
transcendent.
just
So they
said,
So,
offered him
all
$1 million.
right, so you say that. That's
Was
just
not
because
broke.
he lives
Then soon
somewhere
they
with
offered this
money,
man
bro.
$1 million.
So
Of course, I'm
saying,
gonna go
you saying
and do what I
nobody
need
in
to do,
Cali
get the
gonna do
meal.
that, or nobody anywhere where somebody has money is gonna be offering these kids stupid amounts of money? It's a lot of places where people have money, bro, that can offer kids money.
That's what I'm
He ain't the
saying.
only one.
Allow that to be
the first one to
cool.
start the thing. It's
all
not,
I'm saying
bro.
is those kids should be allowed to be able to make money off of their hard work and what they put into the game, just like any other professional would. Because let's be real,
They're not
at this point, these
professionals,
kids don't
though.
play multiple sports. They're not like how we
they're
were when
not
we in high school.
professionals.
They're
They're not
professionals
professionals,
when they
dude.
start, because that's what they want
They're
to
not
do.
professionals.
They in the AAU, they hooping, they in the gym at
but
They're not
5 in the
professionals.
morning.
I mean,
They get
They're
home
not.
at
look,
10 o'clock at night.
And all of that is a choice.
are you looking at it? Are you looking at it from today's aspect of the game, or what the game is now, or are you looking at it from back when you were in high school? Because back
I'm
when you were in high
looking at
school,
it
it's
now.
totally different than what it is now. Like
I'm looking at it
Chris
now.
just said, it's kids nowadays that don't even play double sports. They focus on one
You
sport.
do
They've been playing
understand
that
all
sport their
kids
whole life.
don't do that. And they say when you focus on a sport too early, you end up hurting your body.
Yes,
That's why
and
they
Right.
do
I mean,
Yeah.
but
hold on.
see,
But what
Blair,
I'm saying is
you're
not the way
talking more about what's good and bad for the kid. I get that part. I understand that, and it's gonna be some kids that are gonna be affected by this in a negative light, but it's gonna be a lot of kids that are affected by this in a good light, and it's gonna change their family's dynamic. So why wouldn't that be a good thing?
That's
I
how
don't feel like y'all gonna agree.
Yeah, we're just gonna agree to disagree.
Nah, it's one of the hey, bro. I mean, I think there's some kind-hearted people out there that do things for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And for that, but there's a lot of people out there that ain't putting their dollar out if they ain't not getting double back.
Thank you. We can talk about this forever. In fact, we probably have. But
Yes, yes.
guys, that's gonna be the wrap of this episode of Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And we appreciate all y'all comments. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe, and comment, because as in the words of Rihanna, we want all the smoke.
He got a lot of
appreciate it. Till next time, deuce.
Peace.